Good Saturday morning, everybody. How you guys doing today? Hey, Creole. Thank you, dear. Creole. I saw the title of your video about the what's that lady name? The movie, the G20 movie or whatever. Was that a good movie? I was thinking about watching it, and I was gonna go back and listen to your review. But was it a good movie? Hey, Lena, pretty brown eyes. How you doing? How I forgot to take that sure referral thing off again. Shoot. But anyway, good Saturday morning, everybody. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. You enjoyed it? Oh, okay, Creole. I'm gonna check it out. Yeah. Oh, and also, have y'all seen that? It's a limited series on Hulu called The Happy Face. It's about the Happy Face killer and his daughter. That's good. Y'all might want to check it out. I don't like appointment TV, meaning I like to binge watch, and I hate to watch one show a week. You know what I mean? So I kind of let them pile up on me, so I can view more than one episode at a time. Because I hate to watch an episode a week, child. It's just horrible, right? And so anyway, we didn't come to talk about movies today. We came to talk about these streets. You hate the appointment TV Creole. I don't like it. I like when they build up, you know. I can't stand that one show at a time anymore. So anyway, my voice is still out of whack. Y'all have to excuse it because y'all know I did all that hollering the other day, and I really try not to do that or go there, but sometimes it is necessary. Which brings me to my commentary today, one part of it anyway. So we know that, hey, Deanna, you on time. Good afternoon, love. You are absolutely on time. I was listening to you this morning, Deanna. I know you see me in your chat, girl. You know, I love when you come on early. It's always been my thing. Oh yeah, will y'all please thank you, Creole. Hey, just remember, will y'all please hit the like button and please share the video. Right. So Deanna is kind of talking this morning about Deanna is kind of the reason why what prompted this video. So thank you, Deanna girl. Cause I don't all the time come on, on Saturdays, but sometimes I do, very rarely I will. So I was listening, like I said, I was listening to my girl Deanna this morning. And at one point, she started talking about Nyca apologizing, and she was talking about how Nyca is going out. And I dropped down in the chat and said it's embarrassing. You know what I mean? Because I really felt like it was. I don't feel that Nika had anything to apologize for, especially when it came to Pizarro, because we know that Pizarro has forever disrespected not only Nika but her channel. And when she went over there, and when she said she got a message from Sour Patch. There's been some controversy about that, about Sour Patch writing a message, and she kind of explained why she wrote the message, or I don't know what was going on with that. But anyway, Nika said she read it wrong, or she didn't not necessarily read it wrong, but didn't comprehend it the way that it was meant. It caused her to go off, right? Because I think she felt like the message was speaking on her grief, and Pizarro was saying that she can't use her grief as an excuse. Which, in essence, when I listened to Pizarro's live, that's what I felt like she was saying. You can't use your grief as an excuse. You know what I mean? And so, a lot of people feel like Nika is using her grief as excuse. But you kind of have to. You really can't get mad about that because see, here's the thing. Well, when first, just let me say, I don't feel like Nika had anything. I already said it had anything to apologize about. I told you why, and I also think she didn't have. How did I tell you I was something? But anyway, hey Miss O. I mean, how you doing? You said hey to me, and I'm saying hi Miss O. Child, like that something. Anyway, I'm trying not to lose my train of thought. Child, work with me here. Work with me, right? And so, like I said, basically, I don't think she had nothing to apologize for. But the fact that she went over there and went off in general, okay, no matter what the semantics were, no matter if she got them now, no matter if she wanted to act upon the message that she got. And, I think she said she went over there and she heard the hollering and screaming for herself. You know what I mean? And I don't understand why she apologized. So, and like I said, Deanna was talking about it on her live, and I dropped down and said basically it was embarrassing, like I can't figure out why Nika is going out like this, but you know, Part of it, probably is her grieving process. See, here's the thing. Everything that people done said about Nika, you know what I mean, for the most part is true. As far as the scamming and the misappropriation of funds, her being a follower, she's always been a follower. Her being, because she says she is all about self-preservation. Nika, you said years ago that you was, you was all about self-preservation, right? But what you're doing right now, Nika, is not self-preservation, right? And see, here's the thing. Here's the reason why I say that, right? Because for some people, let me give you an example. Y'all remember a couple of weeks ago when I had to go at the Miss Ugly, right? And she talked about my niece and I talked about her daughter, right? And it was some people had the nerve to say, well, oh no, I can't believe Olivia said anything about her daughter. Or oh no, she don't she said she don't never talk about kids. Or oh no, this shouldn't be your legacy and all of this and all that. And then my response to that was, not only can you not tell me how to fight, but children were not even in that equation. I had never been approached like that before. Do you see what I'm saying? But what you're not gonna do is try to pound me over my head and I not pound you back. Okay? And it's just how I feel about it. So because they try to pound me over my head, and I feel like, see, a lot of things people say around here, they do it for humiliation, right? They do it to humiliate people, right? And so the thing that really set me off was the fact that in my mind, now this may not have been in their intentions, right? But in my mind, they had the nerve, the unmitigated gall to try to humiliate me via my niece because she's autistic and because we all in my family help take care of her. And my thing is, why wouldn't we do that? And how is it humiliating for me to have a autistic person in my family? The nerve, right? And so I was greatly offended by that. Okay. And so like, but I said, but when it came from me, I'm not apologizing for nothing. I don't feel humiliated. It wasn't working for me. You know what I mean? And I look. Don't think it got you was cussed out, right? So getting back to Nika, the reason why I say all that to say is when Nika went over and apologized to that girl, it's like the thing is a lot of, oh, I can't even see it, Deanna. As soon as somebody comment under you, the thing will go up and I'll read it, okay? This sure link referral. I don't know why they keep this thing on here. And even if you punch it, it'll still be there. It's ridiculous, right? Oh, so the thing is a lot of okay, a lot of them is on the spectrum. I know that's right, Deanna. Got all kind of madness going on around here, right? I know that's right, girl. So I felt like another reason why Nika didn't have no reason to apologize is because I felt like she was saying it in the like she was trying to humiliate Nika via her grief, right? And see, and then you got to realize some of these people around here don't have no chill, right? And so, um, a lot of people have been feeling sniffing, for blood in the water when it comes to Nika, right? When it comes to that, now here's the thing: a lot of people ain't even been wronged by Nika, but they get a good kiki out of all this humiliation that she is enduring right now, right? Has been enduring for a while, right? Not only from people that come from the beef sector, people that come from a lot of sectors, right? They all want to jump in and pounce on her, right? So, but what Nika got to understand is, in some of her story, I think she be telling some of her story because she really want people to lay off. And the reason why she want people to lay off, is because Nika has been over here for 10, on I guess social media for 10 years or more, right? So social media has become an intricate part of her life, right? It is like a part of her identity, right? Some of us are not that way, but some of us are. So when you get to Nika, somebody like, I'm gonna have to when this I'm a you're gonna have to. I don't mind you being on here. Uh, I don't like that name right there, and I'm gonna have to get it out of my chat because I don't like it. So would you mind coming back without that name in it? I don't like that name. Well, I mean, I can't. Whatever you say about it, you know what I mean. I can't even. I'm just going to delete this comment. Maybe they'll come back with a different name. I can't even. Like make an excuse for okay, bye bye, and but come back with a different name if you want to. And I mean, I can't. I mean, we know she done all that, right? She done all that. Um, Pretty much everything people say, is what they say. How they feel is how they feel. You can't, tell somebody, how to feel about you, right? And so, but here's the thing: just cause you hang with the rah rah doesn't mean you about the rah rah. I think Nyca doesn't have it to give for various. I absolutely agree with that. I'm getting to that, right? And so, can y'all please hit the like button and share the video? And so, the reason why I'm saying, let me get this. I don't see this. I don't like the name. But anyway, sorry about that, y'all. And I say all this to say, oh, like I was saying, it's this YouTube stuff. She calls it her legacy channel. This has become a part of her lifestyle. This has become a part of her sense of self worth. For good or bad. The first time I heard of Nyca doing something shady, of course, was Vegas Gate 2016. You know what I mean? And we know Nyca done a lot, right? And so she even then, like I said, oh, this is where I was going. I hate to be sick to podcast. Hey, Lena Pretty Brown. I see a lot of people. Nyca really ain't never done nothing to them. That she ain't scammed them out of no money. She ain't turned on them. A lot of them that's out for her blood. You know what I mean? Most of them she don't even know, right? They just don't like her cause somebody else said that somebody else don't like her or whatever, right? But see, here's the thing about me. So y'all know that the other day, Nyca, the whole panel situation, and I thought I was over there. Let me tell you how God moved in my life, right? And God don't have nothing to do with this mess, right? But He gave me intuition and discernment, right? So don't get it twisted. He don't have nothing to do with my free will simply because He gave me free will, but He also gave me discernment and intuition, right? So I thought I was over there, and I ain't talked to Nyca in years. Do y'all know the backstory? The reason why me and Nyca fell out of friendship or YouTube ship or speaking kindly of one another is because she was once under VS because she needed VS to protect her from Sean Bradley, right? And so I was going at VS's neck. Not even really hard, really just picking with her about them voodoo dolls. Really not even going at her neck, just being messy about them voodoo dolls, y'all. And VS, if you listen, girl, one time you did a video. One time you did a video, and Deanna, do you remember this? You might not even remember this, but she did a video one time, right, y'all? And I used to pick on VS about them voodoo dolls, because y'all know I ain't scared of nobody, like what they gonna do to me. You know what I mean? And I was picking with her with them voodoo dolls, them little black dolls that she used to have in a chair that looked like voodoo dolls, right? Hey, Black Pearl, how you doing? And VS got on camera one day and said, since you an oracle or since you something, I'm gonna give you 24 hours to make my arm turn to the back. Or you know how them people with them arms like they got a birth defect in their arm and it be a regular size arm and the other arm be small and the hand be real small and it be turned downwards and the fingers be fused together and stuff like that, right? And so, hey, Almighty Isis, and so she said, I give you 20. Hey, Lena Brown Eyes, if I didn't say that. Hey, everybody. And so she said, I give you 24 hours to make my arm get like this, to make her arm be deformed. Child, let me tell y'all something. That is the funniest video that I have. A chicken wing, right, Deanna? I had 24 hours to turn her hand into a chicken wing. Baby, when I say that is the funniest video that I have ever seen in my whole entire life. Okay, that was that was laugh out loud funny, right? Hey, Cali girl. Yeah, the voodoo dolls, right? And I don't know why she took that video down. I couldn't even have time to record the video and she snatched it down. I don't know if she deleted it or hid it. But VS, if you listening and you still got that video, will you please re-upload that dang on video for the people to see. Cause girl, let me tell you something. You might be cat piss crazy, but when you did that thing about your hand, girl, and the way you bent it up, and the way you was hollering about, I got 24 hours to turn your hand into a chicken wing. That's what Deanna call it, baby. Y'all, when I say that, it's so funny. Oh my God. Okay, so so to this day. I'd be laughing about it when I think about it. Y'all. If I could have had time to record it, I would have recorded it. Okay, and saved it for my own archives. I didn't even have time to record it. I ain't never. But anyway, let me get back. Sorry about that. But y'all need to see that video. That's all I'm saying. I couldn't even get mad at her that day. I couldn't even. And for I don't even know if I responded or not. But it was funny. But anyway. Uh, sorry about that. I thought about them Vienna done put chicken wing on me here. Now I'm thinking about that. But let me get back on course. Let me get back on. Let me get back on course. Okay. So, whoo, yeah. I cannot. But so I used to pick with her about the voodoo dolls. I guess she didn't like it. You know, she kept his crazy, and at that time, she was King Dingaling in her words around here, right? Let her tell it. Let her tell it, right? But for me, she just always been kept before the fall. Okay. Pride cometh before the fall. See, that's also a lesson that Jay Wilson ain't never learned while he over there trying his best not to be shady, trying his best not to fall off the wagon. What he need to be trying to do is get off YouTube and save his position if he really got one. But he's so addicted to it, the algorithm, done emboldened that demonic entity in him, and he trying so hard, right? And so he eventually gonna self destruct and lose everything once again. When it come to Jay Wilson, we done seen it over and over again, rinse and repeat, right? So because of that, VS knew that me and Nyca, like I said, I had met Nyca in, the old black slash manifest sector, right? And so she was like, give me something on her. I know you got something on her. So Nyca had my phone number. And when I went to the old black sector, I didn't realize that, some things you shouldn't do, right? But by the time I got out of there, by the time I was on YouTube and started listening to these horror stories and stuff, I start realizing that, hey, maybe I made a mistake giving this lady my phone number. Oh no, but she's so cool, she would never, like give my phone number out or anything like that. She didn't never do it in the old black sector, right? So Nika gave VS my phone number, right? And that is how VS docs me. And I say all this just to say that for a lot of people that's sniffing for her blood, she ain't never did nothing to y'all, but she did something to me. Do you see what I'm saying? And when you play with God, eventually He will play with. That's right, Colette. And I say all that to say this, right? This is the and something else part of my title, right? And I'm not trying to hold y'all forever, right? But the reason why, and I've been mad at Hey Triple Darkness, and I have wanted to